Good morning, everyone, and today we're hopping into the blast of the VHS trilogy, VHS Viral from 2014. Let's hop in and see how many kills were recorded this time.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm leaving.
Nope. We're in this together.
Zoran, I'm leaving Gavoyage. Oh, that is funny.
As we're looking at VHS Viral, released straight to VOD in 2014.
So you're just gonna start us off as usual?
Yeah.
Great, because I'm gonna go drink.
Ooh, me too. Even though I kind of like my segment.
Well, that's just great for you. Viral is the third VHS movie, and it trades in the grungy home movies for vlogs and viral videos. It tries to be about internet culture, I guess, but boy, does it fucking suck at it. It's neither a fun, misguided early attempt like Cry Wolf or Stay Alive, nor a more accurate recent depiction like Spree or Deadstream. It feels like it was written by people who don't know anything about being online, and filmed by people who don't care about found footage. The first two VHSs kept their segments grounded in the premise. Yeah, there were crazy monsters running around, but they all still felt like actual tapes you might find somewhere. Conversely, VHS Viral really stretches its definition of found footage. There's just way too much coverage and editing. Even some of the filmmakers knew it wouldn't fit in.
How do you guys feel? Do you think this is going to play well into the franchise?
This is easily the worst film in the franchise. Seriously, it's not even close.
No.
What's sad is that the three main segments all have some degree of promise, but are flawed in different ways. The wraparound story, meanwhile, is the messiest and most confusing segment of any VHS film. It alone sinks Viral to the bottom, and none of the other shorts are buoyant enough to bring it back up. This movie's so bad, the franchise went into hibernation for 7 years after its release. Thank God it came back strong in the 2020s, because Viral would have been a sad note to leave the series on. How many viewers will be sacrificed?
Oop.
Aha!
Puppet James!
Welcome, Human James, to The Void.
What are you up to now?
Oh, it's simple. You see, after a couple failed attempts to take over your physical life, I realized I just need your precious online footprint. My plan was to hack your personal information.
Self-shock.
That proved difficult.
Atlas?
Yeah, that's because I have today's sponsor, NordVPN. How many viewers will be sacrificed to the almighty algorithm? Let's find out and get to the kills.
The algorithm.
The movie begins with a butt blowing in the breeze. Wow, a butt this time. That's different than the usual boobs. Oh, never mind. The movie's wraparound, Vicious Circles, follows Kevin, an amateur vlogger in Los Angeles. He spends all the livelong day filming his girlfriend in her underwear. Iris sometimes digs it.
I love it when you record me.
And other times does not.
God damn it, Kev. No one to turn the thing off.
This dude is obsessed with
Sometimes
his
he
camera
doesn't.
and hopes to go viral one day. He sees a chance when a car chase on the news goes past his house.
Haven't you ever wanted to be a part of something bigger than you?
He thinks if he can capture this
Well, a lot of
out-of-control
people do.
ice cream truck, it'll be his ticket to internet fame. He rushes outside to film the chaos, but while he argues with a cop, Iris gets a notification on her phone that seems to put her in a trance. She wanders out into the street, but before Kevin can grab her, the ice cream truck comes back and flattens the police officer.
Damn!
Iris goes missing, and as Kevin gets a FaceTime from her, the movie launches into the first segment. All right, I'm already pissed off covering this piece of shit. Hey, hon, can you come in before I go all Jason Takes Manhattan on this episode?
You got it. I don't know if I like this or if I'm just falling in love with my captor. The first segment, Dante the Great, takes the form of a documentary about its titular subject. It's the
Dante
first
the
red
Great.
flag of this movie, abandoning the found footage format. Like, a documentary thing could work, but not in a VHS movie. When you start adding sound design and intentional editing, it starts to feel less found footage and more footage I found playing at 1 a.m. on A&E in 2005.
The magician known as Dante the Great was arrested today.
While he's a big shot magician now, Dante, whose real name is John McMullins, began with humble origins.
what?
In case you didn't believe the film's insistence this man was trash, here he is doing card tricks for the boys on top of actual garbage.
Why don't you make some beer up here?
His mom even looks like she curled her hair with beer cans for this interview. Not her normal beer cans, mind you. The ones for when company comes over. Dante's
The
fortunes
China
changed
can.
thanks to a magical cloak once owned by Harry Houdini, who used it to summon hot chicks. Nice. But Houdini grew afraid of the cloak and ditched it, and it eventually wound up in Dante's hands. I'm not sure who printed instructions for the evil
Well,
cloak
what?
on 8.5 by 11 printer paper, but that was nice of them.
Nobody's really sure where he got the cloak.
And we'll get no help from
Oh,
the guy
well, okay,
with the
great.
magicianist name ever. Oh hey, that's actor John Curran, who played a pilot in Quarantine 2, and more importantly, the doctor in Too Many Cooks.
Oh,
The cloak is
That's
no
awesome.
parlor trick. It enables real magic that can bend reality to Dante's whim.
huh.
He's literally
That
the guy
is
from that one
cool.
hypothetical scenario in Chuck Klosterman's book Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs. Let us assume
What
you met
the-
a rudimentary magician. Let us assume he can do 5 simple tricks. He can pull a rabbit out of his hat, he can make a coin disappear, he can turn the ace of spades into the Joker card, and 2 others in a similar vein. However, it turns out he's
well,
doing
alright.
these 5 tricks with real magic. Would this person be more impressive than Albert Einstein? America says hell yes, and Dante
I mean, while it may be simple tricks, if he's doing them with real, legit magic, then, yeah.
becomes
Yes.
an overnight sensation. Instant fame and black magic have a
Oh,
predictably negative
shit.
effect on him,
Is he
causing him to come
peeling
down
that
with
rabbit?
a nasty case of CG demon face.
Hey, what's up? Andrew Kramer here.
This premise is cool. A guy finding a cape that's actually magic, but I'd much rather see it in the classic found footage style. Still, Justin Welborn's great in this role that was written just for him. He's a friend of filmmaker Greg Bishop's, who cast him in his first 2 features as well. We've seen Welborn before in Final Destination as Carter.
Hey!
No, not that Carter, the racist one in The Final Destination, the
Oh.
4th movie, the bad one. Dante has
Okay.
a problem when the cloak
Okay.
starts running low on magic juice.
He had to feed it, and it was only hungry for one thing.
Boobs? If it's boobs, then you're in the right franchise. But no, it's actually
Blood?
hungry for blood. So Dante
called it.
sacrifices
Blood.
his lovely assistant. Instead of a towel, he hands this shower show girl a cloak of death. Women keep signing up to be the assistant for the magician whose assistants keep going missing, including this woman who's killed via demonic Dutch oven. This very
Oh,
unlikely
come on.
footage was provided to the police by Dante's latest assistant, Becky Lynch. Oh, that's not Becky. Her name's Scarlett? You sure? She found the
Scarlett.
tapes in his escape room-ass secret circuit board drawer.
Dante recorded everything. He always needed an audience.
Oh,
Wait,
Dante.
Hold on. Why the hell would he record it? And it doesn't make any sense.
You and Evil Cape would have been the kings of Twitch streaming. Scarlett dreams of becoming a magician herself and hopes to benefit from Dante's tutelage. A beautiful magician's assistant who wants to be a magician but works for a chauvinist who assumes magic is the key to landing babes. Damn, I love Leprechaun 3. While no one else ever learned the secret of his
Decent
cloak,
enough movie,
Dante
though.
takes a liking to Scarlett and teaches her how to harness some of its power. I'm not sure what she thinks she's doing here, but good for her. The two wind up developing a close relationship, and just like Seymour Krelborn, Dante realizes the object of his affection has an abusive boyfriend that can be fed to his plant. Cloak. He kills the abuser by
Eat.
breaking his neck, and the cloak helps him finish the disappearing act. This segment, that I do enjoy despite my jobs, was written and directed by Greg Bishop. He'd go on to direct Siren, the feature adaptation of Amateur Night from the first VHS.
Oh,
For Dante
yeah.
the Great, he was inspired by a 2007 article about a police raid on David Copperfield's warehouse. Working with a low budget, he got
What?
creative with production. When a carpet
Why?
store near him caught fire, he filmed the firefighters putting it out and wrote a fire into his script. And for everything in Vegas, they just did drive-by shots and replaced the signs in post-production. For the floating crowd shot, he had to make it work with only enough extras to fill one row. Many comps and some green screen wire work later, he had the final effect, which includes his cameo. Dante probably
look at
should
that.
have made all those snuff tapes disappear because now he's got a SWAT team knocking at his door. They get to the theater and Dante the Great gets fucking swatted while he's filming a segment for World's Greatest Magic or something. By the way, what touring Broadway production got kicked out of the Pantages so Dante could have a residency? He's
No
taken
idea.
into custody in
No
front of
idea.
a crowd of fans. Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Thanks to his cape, however, the cop in the car finds
Oh,
himself in cuffs, and it's revealed Dante was actually filming the whole time.
Hi, may I help you?
Hey, here's $100.
Oh.
I owe it to your son.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Okay, Dante, I can see why all the baddies on the Vegas Strip would go missing for you. The police assure Scarlett that there's no such thing as magic, just as she gets yanked by the ass into
Oh.
the chair realm. Whoa, oh.
It's
magic.
He's interrupted by the SWAT team again, so Dante casts her aside to deal with them. He mind freaks out, snapping the bones of 2 approaching officers, then kills a third by unwrapping him like a Christmas present.
Oh, geez,
Dante
that's what he did to
puppeteers
the
a cop
rabbit.
body and uses it to shoot 2 more officers who do some stunt guy backflips. All the while, Dante throws out cheesy one-liners that I can't help but love.
Welcome to the show.
This is exactly who this guy
No, that was
is.
a good
He
line.
has a damn flavor saver, for fuck's sake. Pyrotechnics light one dude on fire before he's force thrown against a wall. And a final officer is tucked goodnight into a bed of nails. We've now totally lost the
now
plot
that
in
hooks.
regards to where these cameras are supposed to be. Who is recording this? The documentary crew? They don't get paid enough?
So in this film, when all hell breaks loose, I decided to shift into more traditional cinematic filmmaking techniques. As if we've caught up with all the footage and we're now in real time.
So you literally
That-
just abandoned the
that
found
makes
footage
sense.
format. But that's the series. 2 more SWAT guys show up and manage to gun Dante down. But it turns out this was magical friendly fire. He's actually swapped places with the other officer.
Dude, that's
Too
awesome.
bad that quick change left the cloak up for grabs, so Scarlet harnesses its Bugs Bunny powers and steals Dante's gun.
Oh,
the 2
shit.
grapple for the cloak, kicking off an all-out magic fight!
Hey, not bad. About
They're
time we got a
flinging
swole one.
fireballs. They're walking on walls. They're throwing flocks of doves at each other.
Doves?
You know,
Why doves?
magic stuff. And still, it's all being recorded. Bishop filmed these fight scenes at a martial arts school owned by their producer. It gave them access to a bunch of stunt performers and a gym that became a theater backstage thanks to production designer Molly Coffey. I commend Bishop
Good
for going
job.
practical with the squibs and pyro.
You're on fire?
Yeah, he is. Even Dante's
You want a
fireball was practical. They dipped a tennis ball in camping fuel, lit it on fire, and slid it down a wire they erased in post. And it looks great. After a while, Dante gains the upper sleight of hand. He gets ready to feed Scarlet to his magic cape, but she's been practicing her own tricks. She conjures up some ropes that pull Dante back, and he's finally finished off, devoured by his own cape. And now the cape can enjoy all that saved flavor. Dante's eventually declared missing. I guess they just choose to ignore the copious footage of him being killed by magic, from multiple angles even. Somehow also someone filmed Scarlet burning the magic cloak. Here, fire, eat this picture too.
How?
Fire, fire.
I doubt it would be that easy to destroy this magic cloak. I'm
God,
doubting.
that must smell so evil. Later, though, the cloak returns to check Scarlet out in those shorts.
see?
All right, cloak, you can look, but you can't touch. What did I just say? Thanks.
What did
Now
I
I'm gonna have to
say?
put her on the count. Good job, Cloak. Way to end the segment. All right, I did my part. James, you're back in.
What? You're not going to talk a little bit about the interlude?
No, I'm not touching that.
We glitch back to the main narrative. Great. Dude, even the artifacts feel insincere in this one. God damn it. Kevin's trying to hunt down Iris on his bike while Iris says she's trapped in the ice cream truck and begs him to save her in a fucked up FaceTime call. Yo, wait, did Lily just slide into that DM? Don't show us images from the previous film.
But look at that.
Only make us miss them more. Iris's call is going out to people all over the city, like this group of rubberneckers trying to catch a glimpse of the car chase. One eager beaver tries to get a better angle.
Oh no, that's not good.
But he leans out too far and loses his footing,
And he
falling to
gone.
his death on the pavement below. Kevin bikes past the body as he pursues the
Oh.
ambulance. He gets into an argument
shame.
with another group of BMXers who are also trying to get footage of the chase. So is this like a dystopian world where everyone fights to the death over viral footage? Cause like, I can get behind that, but you gotta show more of it.
I have no
What
idea,
the fuck are we
James.
watching?
I
Kevin's
don't
still
know!
bickering when the ice
I'm
cream
watching
truck
it
comes
with
back
you.
around and hits them. One guy gets stuck to the back of the truck and dragged down the street. This stunt is the best thing in this segment. They drag his ass for like a really long time, dude. Great work with this. And it looks extra painful when he rug burns his feet off against the asphalt. When Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett weren't able to return to the franchise, the producers asked Marcel Sarmiento to make the wraparound. With Vicious Circle,
that's
he
kinda
wanted to
hot.
do something different than the norm and make a bunch of mini segments. He only had 4 days to shoot it and had to deal with inconveniences like flat bike tires and streetlights that went out after a transformer blew. The goal was apparently to expand the franchise's mythology, but I just think it wound up a confusing mess. The chase ends
What mythology? There was nothing.
when another cyclist takes a nasty tumble, which I think kills him, judging by that pool of blood near his head. Kevin picks up the guy's fallen GoPro, and the movie glitches into the next tape. The second segment is a Spanish language short titled Parallel Monsters. Amateur inventor Alfonso opts out of going to bed with his wife Marta. He's got to stay up and work on his, what is that, the edge of a pod racer engine? But he ain't working.
does this guy work for Async?
Working for Gasgano, he's working for science and
That was
building a
something
door
for
that'll
you.
let him access other dimensions. His latest iteration works, opening up a portal to an alternate garage with an alternate Alfonso.
Ha funcionado, ¿no? Sí.
At first glance, the two seem completely identical, and they are absolutely giddy about that.
¿Cómo te llamas? Alfonso. Tú también, ¿no?
I love this excited performance
Okay,
by
okay,
Gustavo
this is
Salmerón,
fun.
who manages to play the alternate version slightly different. Other Alfonso successfully crosses through the portal, so the two decide to swap universes for 15 minutes.
Ahora tenemos los dos lo mismo en la cabeza. ¿Verdad?
I'm not sure. Is it the same thought Jack Quaid had when there were two of him?
I got you a Jack Quaid.
I got you, Jack Quaid.
Oh,
Let's
no.
let them fuck.
What? Actually, I can't tell exactly, but I think the two swap places so they can bang each other's wives. Is that cheating or just, science? Parallel Monsters was written and directed by Spanish
It's
filmmaker
yes.
Nacho Vigalondo, who received an Oscar nod for his 2003 short film 7:35 in the Morning. He came to prominence with his first feature, the sci-fi thriller Time Crimes, and wound up making Puka on the Hulu series Into the Dark. Both Alfonsos grab their cameras and walk into each other's houses. Wow, I can see he puts all his time and money into that machine and not like finishing those stairs. Come on, man, at least throw a varnish down. The two worlds seem like mirror versions of each other, basically identical except for some differing decor. Alfonso runs into other Marta in the kitchen, where she's spilling champagne all over the floor. People in this
red
alternate
dress.
world have drinking problems. She takes Alfonso out to the backyard, where she's hosting two shirtless boys, both named Oreo. They have a very normal conversation about it.
Oye, ¿os llamáis igual?
Sí.
¿Sois familia?
No, no.
Does have the same
Nos
name.
llamamos igual,
That's it.
pero...
No, claro que eso no tiene nada que ver, no es el nombre que...
So what? Are the Alfonso's lives the same except one pair swings? Well, it might be more than that.
I don't
I'm
know.
not really sure what's going on in this living room or what the hell's on the TV.
Bloodline.
And when he looks up, Alfonso sees the constellations
Oh.
right across the sky. But he's got no cigar and no lady on his arm, just his wife hanging out with two guys. I love how this short is creepy in a sci-fi mindfuck way. Kind of like Annihilation, or I guess Time Crimes. You're never quite
yes.
sure what the deal is, as other Marta tells Alfonso it's his turn to use this, I want to say, bag of organs? But just like us,
Ow.
dear viewer, he's got no clue what the fuck's going on, and his hesitation spoils the mood. Aw, poor other Marta. She went from having 2 Oreos to no Oreos. Alfonso Prime should probably consider getting back to his real wife
Oh,
now.
definitely.
I mean, dude, have you considered what the demon cum version of you's doing with her? Because he's taking pictures of her sleeping, with the flash on? And the shutter sound too? Learn to stealth,
You
man.
idiot.
OG Alfonso is talking through his alternate self's crumbling marriage.
Porque hace ya mucho tiempo que mi autoestima no es importante en esta casa.
He sees some lights and noises and goes outside, where he finds a not-so-Goodyear blimp floating overhead.
What
He runs into the
the-
Knott brothers Oriole, who aren't happy about getting blue-balled, or filmed without their consent.
Estás grabando, pero a ti qué te pasa, tío?
The two reveal their, what the fuck, jack-o'-lantern
What
looking
the hell
true
is
forms
this?
and chase Alfonso into the woods. So, is this a dimension of glowy-eyed pervs then? With Parallel Monsters, Vigalondo wanted to link 2 universes based on his own life experience. One domestic and a little bit boring, the other hypersexual and focused on sex all the time. He said
Oh.
the satanic elements aren't really important. They're just in the background because he likes the aesthetics of Satanism, Anton LaVey style. Other Alfonso's rubbing his magic lamp at Marta's expense. He exposes himself, revealing the hairy graboid he has in his pants. Meanwhile, the
Oh, what
Orioles
the
corner
hell?
Alfonso Prime and whip out their own. I mean, I hesitate to call them penises. Looks more like a Skeksis fucked a rat and had a baby. I
I'm
don't even
glad
know
we
if I have
can't
to
see
censor
this.
these bearded dragons or not. You know, I was really enjoying this segment, but the dick monsters knock it down a notch. Alfonso fights back with a screwdriver. Oh my god,
Oh!
ouch! And runs back into the house. Other Marta has heard the commotion outside, and that kind of violence really gets her going. She strips and shows off her own naughty bits, which look like they're straight out of the Thing. Careful, Al, you could lose your arms in there.
Oh,
Alfonso
God.
avoids the penis fly trap with the fakest looking punch I've ever seen.
Fake.
Pow! He runs back through the portal and stumbles into his counterpart, now covered in blood. Alfonso too stabs the OG and escapes through the portal, only to get attacked by his wife. Other Marta's not happy about Alfonso's weak-ass punch, and she takes it out on her husband, chomping into him with her man-eater just as the portal closes. Unfortunately for Alfonso Prime, he ain't getting off easy either. His Marta comes downstairs covered in blood, and while we never find out exactly what happened to her, it's bad enough that she stabs her husband to death as the tape runs runs out.
Oh, what?
Fuck, we're back to the
Come on,
framing
damn it.
narrative where dumbass Kevin's still biking around
forget
looking
it.
for his dumbass girlfriend. The car chase passes by a backyard barbecue full of GTA characters, and oh boy, if you are hungry for stereotypes, you're about to get fed. This thing is like the Barbie movie, but for homies figures. This party's being held in honor of
What's that
Alberto,
cloak?
who's just been released from prison. When police choppers fly overhead, this paranoid posse thinks someone's ratted them out. A fight breaks out in the form of random camera flashes, and when we come back, we see Alberto's good boy has taken a barbecue fork to the head. It causes the criminal to
jeez.
lose his cool, and when the camera cuts back, Alberto slaughtered the rest of the partygoers with the cutlery. He's spared
Who
his niece
stabs a
Lucy,
dog?
who's holding the camera, but a loose gas hose causes a massive fireball that presumably kills them both. All right, I'm sorry, I need another break from this vicious circle cycle. Zoran?
Yep, I got you, buddy. You should really try some Slivovitz. Takes the edge off this whole thing.
Slivovitz?
Ah, Shivali. Our third and final segment is
Okay.
shoplifted straight from the shelves at the Try and Save. Bone Storm! Skateboarders Jason and Danny are getting up to some jackassery, which includes pulling off 6 stunts. Good
Ooh,
lord,
that was close.
real? Oh, and also wiping out Peter Griffin style.
Okay,
To
that's
film their
that's
Plan
funny.
B
That's a
videos,
laugh.
they've hired a Craigslist cameraman, which always works out well. But this dude named Taylor turns out to be a Tony Hawk bro hater.
We all good? All clear, big dog.
He keeps pushing them to do dangerous stuff, hoping to get fucked up footage he can sell to the internet.
Don't make it. Trip, fall. Don't make it.
Not sure why the guys put up with him. They clearly hate his guts.
I'm gonna fucking pistol whip the shit out of you if you interrupt me one more time.
Just
Their
get
antics
rid of
get
him
them kicked
already.
out of the local skate park. So to finish their video, Taylor suggests they drive down to Tijuana, but they need a little convincing.
They got firecrackers, they got weed,
Meh.
they don't card for alcohol.
And they also have
And
totally
that
real
was way too easy.
zebras. Neat! To fund this remake of Losing It, they recruit another skateboarder and his dad's credit card. Pretty sure his name is Sean, but they just call him Gas Money Kid. Bone Storm was written by Justin Benson, who co-directed with Aaron Moorhead. They cameo as a couple of rollerbladers in a half-pipe brawl with the Skater Kids. The filmmaking duo have made critically acclaimed sci-fi horror features like Spring and the Endless, and directed episodes
Damn.
of Loki and Moon Knight. So they know their
Damn.
shit. As actual fans of skateboarding videos, Benson and Moorhead wanted to shoot on a VX2000 with a 4:3 aspect ratio, but they were forced to shoot in HD, so it couldn't be quite as authentic as they wanted.
People are gonna watch our segment looking for authenticity, and they're gonna be like, "That's not standard def." We're gonna be humiliated.
We didn't use enough fisheye lenses.
They make it to Mexico, judging by the yellow traffic filter, Coco cosplayers, and Grim Fandango ads. There they stock up on fireworks and put a chest cam on Gas Money Kid.
Kid throws $20 for gas and he gets a fucking titty can.
I'm not calling it that. While hunting
Chest
for a
cam,
half pipe,
come
they
on.
find an old flood channel that feels suspiciously Southern Californian to me. But hey, it's got everything a skate video needs. Skinned cats, memorials to desecrate, and ghoulies
Dude,
as
never
summoning
do that.
pentagrams filled with
Bunch of dog shit.
Oh yeah, oh no, that's only gonna summon ghoulies 4. Well, anyway, they get back to 100% in career mode so they can unlock Spider-Man. Cue the Goldfinger music. Nope, that'll get us a copyright strike. This
Oh,
shooting
damn.
location
Like
wasn't actually
a
in
second.
Mexico. It was shot in a Southern Californian ditch made to look like Tijuana. I knew it! They did go down to
It was
TJ
so
for one day of
obvious.
shooting though.
On the way back, the border official guy was just like, "You guys are idiots. You took all this camera equipment down here. Like, why would you?"
Yeah, I'm surprised you're alive right now.
So am I. The kids briefly confused this segment for the last one.
You want to be immortal or do you want to be a giant vagina monster?
Then Jason gets injured
what?
and bleeds all over the culty graffiti. It
Oh,
gulps it
no.
down and summons an ooh-hoo witchy woman who must be having a party because she's brought some friends. Taylor tries
Oh,
to
crap.
disarm her with his charming personality, but she one-ups him.
Take your arm.
Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Hey, it's her quinceañera and she'll kill if she wants to. An Obi-wannabe Kenobi starts chanting, which gives this piece a nice oral texture, like being in an Enya video. More cultists approach the boys, and Danny starts an all-out brawl when he beats this MST3K observer to death with his skateboard. Oof, should have worn a brain
Impressive.
bucket, brain guy. Jason was shown to have a gun earlier in the most charming way possible.
Ooh, son of a fucktard.
And now he uses it to
Dude.
cap 2 cultists whose blood goes up in flames when it hits the painted symbols. Wait a minute, are these guys ass blasters? Well, that's a Weird sentence if you haven't seen Tremors 3. The same
I have no
reaction
idea.
lights up
Maybe
Taylor,
they all-
who accidentally spreads the fire to another cultist in this satanic panic. Danny finds a sword near a dead body that I'm assuming was shot and killed by Jason's off-screen gunfire, as these other two he shot did not have Hatari Hanzo swords. He then proves
Nope,
he's the
random
one
sword.
true King Skate by using the sword to weirdly decapitate a cultist from behind, but kind of like slicing off more of
Wait,
his front.
what?
I don't know,
How did
but
you-
I love this head kick
What?
from Jason. Punt! The skater kids weren't actors. They were actually skateboarders recruited by Benson and Moorhead from skate parks. They looked for talented skaters who seemed natural on camera and took full advantage of it. In fact, one conversation in the
Nice.
segment was real, and the kids did not realize it was being recorded. Action director Vince Capone was happy to work with real skateboarders who did their own stunts.
They're not going to be dialed in. They're not going to be afraid to fall. If they fall, they'll know how to safely get themselves to the ground. And they're willing to go for it.
Gas Money Kid tries to ditch this brawl, but he's stabbed through the back by a sword and then dragged into a nearby storm drain. Tell
Damn,
Ratma we'll
Gas
see
Money
him
Kid.
soon. Danny kickflips some blood from one cultist
wait,
before
Shawnee, that
offering
was his
him
name,
a drink,
wasn't it?
and then a bone marrow appetizer that he, oh Jesus fucking
Oh!
neck Christ, uses to brutally murder him. Oh, that's so messy. Who's gonna clean that up? Jason finally puts an end to the chanting by
I don't
beating
know.
down the unmasked singer with his skateboard. He then turns on We Don't Play by Celebrity and kicks off a kill montage that takes out 5 more cultists. One guy's decapitated, another one is shot, and a third cultist is pistol whipped till he's bloody. Danny
This
then
is not-
beats a 4th one with his skateboard
Okay, this
and
is
is
actually
almost
kind of
killed
good.
by another until he's rescued by Jason. The blood lights his face on fire, but he manages to wash it off with some ew, gross sewer water. Oh, there's probably poop in there. That massacre puts the
Disgusting
body
but
count
clean.
at
13, motherfucker!
minus Shaun of the Dead, of course. A bellowing from the beast below sends the remaining cultists running. What, don't you like star whales, guys? Suddenly, their previously counted culty compatriots are resurrected into Whoa, wait! No, those are bastard skellies!
Bastard
I
skellies!
see why James gave me this one. These bone daddies were unexpectedly foreshadowed earlier in some Tyler Durden-y flash frames. For no reason. So now it's up to the He-Man to start fighting off these Skeletors. And just a reminder that skeletons don't go on the count, sentient or not. You can thank Army of Darkness for that. As for these
Bastard
skeletons, they were made
skellies!
by effects artist Vincent Guastini,
Love
whose
them.
work here was inspired by the Spanish film Tombs of the Blind Dead. They cleverly used a combination of miniatures shot against green screens and prosthetics that were filmed on set. I gotta give them
Nice.
props for that. Respect. Oh, this short might be growing on me. Danny nearly bites the dust, but Jason uses his Acme dynamite to blow up the bony burlap besieger, disproving a line from earlier.
Yeah, right. If his life or death,
flipping
he
them
would
off
let
if
me
they
chillin'.
Aw, great to see a good friendship. The skater boys say see you later, boys, and make a run for the border like they're in a Taco Bell ad, right past Murray the Skull.
That's still just laughing.
Back at the Flood Channel, Taylor somehow still hasn't gotten his kill graphic. But, lucky for us, a guar-booted beastie is about to change that. The entity the cultists were trying to summon emerges, and we get a brief glimpse of it as it swallows Taylor and the camera whole. Gross. And
Oh.
awesome. Back in LA, chaos
Didn't
is
see damn
broken out
thing.
across the city due to that video of Iris. Oh, Iris? Virus? I get it. It's been giving this
Okay, that's a little
90s
clever.
Living Dead Barbara a bloody nose. Kevin tries to hitch a ride with a passing taxi, which he actually saw earlier, along with that group of BMX bikers. $2! Taxi cab ignores him since it's currently being used to film an amateur porno. Nope.
Oh, come
I'm sorry,
on.
I'm out.
Get out of here
I'm
with
out.
that.
I'm not doing a taxi cab confession.
No, but please.
No, I have a kid. Ultimate excuse.
Yeah, this segment
Ultimate
flips and
excuse.
sleaze like the original film, only it's got way worse acting from everyone involved.
Right there. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's it. Take it slow. Slow.
Slide back
Dude, you do not have
director
the voice
Lewis
for
lets
that.
his model Lulu know he's on that Beatles schedule.
I do this 8 days a week, baby.
But Lulu's more of a Brian Wilson gal, so she pulls a gun on the guy. Turns out Lewis previously filmed her and posted her nudes online, so she's here to get revenge by making him strip instead.
My tits made you money, so now I'm here for my cut.
Ugh. This is the worst scene of the
So do you
worst
want money?
segment of the worst VHS movie. It has appropriately enough porn quality acting, and not even the actors enjoyed doing it.
For me, it was really awkward and uncomfortable.
Oh, funny.
So
It's the same for us.
terrible.
Actress Noelle Ann Mabry there has quite the horror credits. She was in 3 separate Evil Bong sequels, credited
be
in
kidding
each
me.
one as a crack whore. And she played one of Morella's victims in the worst horror movie I've ever seen, Veronica. Check out our commentary track cut down of that piece of shit on Dead Meat Presents.
Do you know a spider's gonna come out of her boobs?
Oh,
Your tits, they're looking at me.
scene, Luz and his driving accomplice take back the upper hand, and the bastard tries to strangle Lulu to death. Suddenly, an airborne cop car crashes into the taxi, killing all three of the occupants and thankfully ending this interlude. A blue screen takes us back to the LA River, the place where this movie began. It was a mere 80 minutes ago, but it feels like a fucking eternity. Originally, a fourth segment was meant to be included, called Gorgeous Vortex, written and directed by Todd Lincoln. It didn't make the cut, since inexplicably, it's not found footage at all. Like, the other segments take liberties with the format, but this one doesn't even pretend to be anything but a standard spooky short. Adding in the occasional VHS static doesn't change anything. It still looks like a perfume ad where a chick walks around in heels and gets a DEXA scan by weirdos in cult masks. Honestly, I didn't think there could be worse segments than the ones we got, but man, I couldn't even finish watching this one. Kevin eventually finds the ice cream truck blasting Ode to Joy. You know, that song from the Stars commercials. He also finds the bloody remains of that BMX biker boy who got stuck to the truck earlier. Kevin hears Iris calling for help and runs to save her, discovering the driver is just a pair of severed hands. But hey, dude could be walking around hands-free somewhere, and we never met him anyway, so I'm not gonna put him on the count. Yeah. The back of the truck is filled with a
we can put his hands on the count.
VHS series staple. Tons and tons of TVs. Turns out this truck is carrying a motherload of messed up tapes. Damn. Gregory Tudor got into some weird shit. Iris pops up on one of the screens and tells Kevin to upload all the videos to the internet. All he's gotta do is flip that little toggle. So what is that? Like an early Stream Deck or something? When he refuses, he starts bashing her head bloody against the wall until he relents and initiates the upload to save her life. Iris doesn't stop though and laughs as the truck transfers. I'm sorry. What the fuck is going on in this segment?
I don't
Kevin stumbles out and discovers the real Iris, who's been dead this whole time. Ooh, what a twist, or whatever. He retrieves the phone stuffed in her mouth and watches the screen, which gives him a nosebleed of his own. Ode to Joy reaches its conclusion, and the movie finally fucking ends as the whole city goes haywire. How many victims were eviscerated by this viral outbreak of violent vlogs? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
Hey. No more of these murder tapes, okay?
Thank you.
I'm not giving you this.
What? How'd you do that?
Editing.
Editing. Fiona.
Hi patrons, Executive Assistant Fiona here. Unfortunately, the team is super busy, or in Ben and Tim's case, kind of sort of dead. But anyways, today I thought I'd show you how I caption one of our videos. And I have this handy dandy little GoPro here to help me. So first thing I do is open up the video on YouTube. And this week we're releasing the Wonka kill count. So I basically just pull up the video and start typing.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made.
Ow.
Is the computer gonna eat all?
Weird. Anyways.
I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Now, I know that a lot of people don't consider this a horror movie.
Yeah, the computer's literally eating all. You know what, maybe this was a little better than VHS Viral, but I have nothing to say about any of this. VHS Viral has officially destroyed me. I have nothing.
Fiona, what was this?
Grenadine.
Fiona, can you schedule the cleaners?
Oh, that was gross.
We counted 49 kills in VHS Viral, with the victims consisting of 41 men and 8 women. That gives us this trending page pie chart, but the movie falls just short of VHS 2 in terms of kills. I blame the segment that got cut. This was the first VHS where every segment had at least one kill, and Vicious Circles became the deadliest wraparound of the series. With a runtime of 81 minutes, VHS Viral had a kill on average every 1.65 minutes. And with 4 segments, including the wraparound, we had an average of 12.25 kills per segment. We'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Alternate Alfonso. Parallel Monsters is the strongest August segment, and even though I may not love the gestating genitalia, it makes for a unique and bloody climax. Wink. Don't Machete for Lama's kill will go to Dante the Great.
I get it.
His death looks
Climax.
You can tell that it's literally just a guy snuggled up under that cape in there.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
We would've done it
VHS
with our
Viral
dogs.
came out in 2014 to pretty negative reviews.
Yeah.
obviously.
Well, thankfully, the franchise got a fresh start with VHS 94.
We'll look at that in 2 weeks to kick off October. But until next time,
That'll
I'm
be
James
fine.
A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm a man who was twice dropped by The Collective, the agency that produced these films.
That sucks.
Wait,
And this
what?
has been The Kill Count.
On the next kill.
Okay, well, I could just straight up drop this right here, get to editing, and be done. But no, we need to see what will at least be on next week's kill count. Okay, what do you have, James?
Kill count.
I Spy with My Little Eye, a movie that begins with the letter T.
These hills are full of iron.
Yeah, close, but not
Oh,
quite.
nope, I got it. The Hills Have Eyes.
Right. It's The Hills Have Eyes, a
Ah,
road trip movie
got
for
it.
the whole family.
What?
Specifically, the Carter family, who are driving through the desert on their way to LA.
It's like the grandfather of the Wrong Turn series. A whole bunch of nuclear cannibals.
You sure as hell off the beaten track for that.
Unluckily for them, their RV breaks down smack dab in the middle of Cannibal Canyon.
That was a bad mistake.
Wes Craven's second horror film is a bleak and bloody bad time. It's got torture, rape, and animal death, and is overall a miserable affair.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's a classic and a damn fine horror movie.
We
it
need
wants to
this
make
after
you feel
Viral.
bad, and it does. So if you're in the mood to ruin your night, watch the original The Hills Have Eyes.
Is that too much to ask?
And on Friday,
No,
call
no, it's
all
not.
your friends over
Katie! Movie!
and watch The Kill Count, only on Dead Meat.
The hills have eyes.
Alright, everyone, that's going to be the end of this. I need to go get some bleach. Y'all have a good night now.